What's up, guys? This is Justin with IGN. I'm here with Ian from Magical Time Bean, and this is Escape Goat 2.
Yes, how's it going?
It is going very well. So this is your... Well, actually, just going to let you talk. We're taking a look at your new... I'm presuming this is the sequel to Escape Goat.
That is correct. And it's currently in kind of an alpha, beta, pre-release stage.
Mm-hmm.
This is a build that I just submitted for PAX 10, so fingers crossed on that. We'll see how well it does.
Gotcha. And so this is... I do want to point out that this is me in the driver's seat. You insisted. I said, do you want to play or should I play? And you said, you're just having me do it.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing. I've never played this game, so I guess we're just going to do a live play test here and see how intuitive this thing really is.
And I get some great feedback on what stuff is working and what stuff might need some readjustment here.
So I'm here. Where do I go? Where do I go, Ian? A? Is it like a big jump?
Yep. So those question mark blocks are basically tutorial. I'm experimenting with ways to teach the player to play without explaining anything in text,
Gotcha.
just having them demonstrate stuff with button prompts and that sort of thing.
I figured it out, by the way. I figured out I had a double jump. Just took me a second. I'll get there. I feel like I have performance anxiety now. We've been doing lots of indie game demos today, and you're the first one that's made me play, and so now I have like a whole new kind of pressure on me.
Well, you're doing good so far.
Okay, where do I go? Where do I go, Ian?
So you needed to step on the pressure plate a little bit longer to drop the final block. So.
Can I get up there still?
Yeah, you can.
I just need to jump and jump?
Mm-hmm. But if you hold down longer on A,
okay.
just like Super Mario Brothers.
But I don't think that one up there is lit anymore. Right? Did we just find a live bug?
No, it'll work if you just... you have to get a running jump. 2 nice long running jumps. There you go.
Got it. We're doing it. Okay, so now I just wasn't quite there long enough.
Yeah.
And now we're going to go through. And so basically, obviously the game kind of speaks for itself, but this is, kind of a puzzle platformer.
Yes.
Obviously it's 2D, sort of a retro style. How am I going to get up there, Ian? I'm going to...
You can make it.
Just jump and jump?
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Okay. So, why don't you tell me a little bit more about... Right now we're playing on a PC with an Xbox controller.
Yeah. So this is how it's meant to be played, just with the controller. Some people do prefer to use the keyboard, but
sure.
I think that's madness for platforming using keyboard. The final version will, have totally
okay.
mappable keyboard controls and all that stuff. But the Xbox controller is the way to go for now.
And so this is, you're targeting PC for release then, or, would you ever come to other platforms, or...
I would, but it's starting on PC.
Gotcha.
Just keeping it simple for the beginning.
Gotcha. So I'm learning, by the way. I'm picking things up.
Yeah, you're doing great.
It is stressing me out a little. I gotta start the whole room over. And so is this all sort of room-based is what we're looking at right now, sort of representative of, what the final experience is going to be, but just sort of obviously escalating, like we're sort of going through the beginning stages right now.
Yeah, so everything's on single screens, so you can see the whole puzzle at once. There's no scrolling in the game. And it's kind of a combination of physics puzzles with platforming. And the physics is unique to this game. It's not an off-the-shelf physics engine like Havok or Box 2D or anything like that.
Gotcha.
The reason for that being that the puzzles have to do with lining blocks up perfectly.
Sure.
And so this can't be a chaotic physics engine that's very realistic. This has to be a very fake physics engine.
Sure.
Where everything kind of lines up like Tetris, but it still looks smooth.
So I got a new little guy.
And this guy is the heart and soul of the game right here.
Okay.
This is your mouse friend. And he can basically get to places you can't get to. And he can hit switches, he can distract enemies.
Sure. So I'm seeing, okay, so I just got him another area to go. So, this is a game that's kind of hard to demo. It's one that people need to go hands-on with themselves to sort of solve the puzzles and figure out sort of how smart or clever they are. But so, is what we're looking at now, do you consider it pretty representative of the final product? How finished is what we're looking at right now?
I'd say the graphics are like 80% of the way there. Like, there will be touch-up work done until launch.
Mm-hmm.
and it hasn't gone through the gauntlet of playtesting.
Yeah.
I always have my games go through like 100 people to see what stuff is working, what stuff is the most fun.
Yeah. And how is this different than the first, the Scapegoat?
So the major difference is the art style. It's now in full HD, whereas the Scapegoat 1 was very retro looking, very 8-bit looking.
Right.
And for that, I have artist Randy O'Connor, because I can't do art like this. So for the first time ever, I'm working with an artist.
Awesome.
And not doing everything on my own.
I am once again stumped, by the way, but it also might be because it's
the button right beneath you. If you bring the mouse back with B and then have him hit that button. Oh.
Nope.
You can hit it yourself.
I just hit it myself. I don't need a mouse to do my dirty work. So we got the key, and now, okay, I see. And then we can just go through these one-way doors. So, are you targeting Steam? Are you going to sell it yourself? Or how are people going to be able to get their hands on a Scapegoat 2?
So distribution at launch kind of hasn't been nailed down yet.
Sure.
Steam would be amazing. So we're going to be launching a Greenlight page for this pretty soon.
Got it.
As for other distributors, we'll see. We'll see what happens. At the very least, you will be able to buy it from my website, DRM free.
But where, so, if someone is interested in this title, can you give me some details on when it's going to be available or any of that sort of thing? And I appreciate, it's available when it's done. But, I mean, is what we're looking at now mostly finished, or is there still sort of a long sort of road in front of you?
We're in the final stretch. I can say the stuff that's not done yet, which is the music and sound. The music you're hearing is from a Scapegoat 1.
Gotcha.
And there's some new sound effects need to be made, stuff like that.
Sure.
Prototyping some new gadgets to kind of expand more on what a Scapegoat 1 offered, and building levels. I'm hoping to have about 100 levels in the final version.
Got it. That's a lot of levels. It's a lot of content.
It's a lot of levels.
So if someone's watching this video and they're sort of digging what's going on here, they're interested, they want to know more, is there a specific website they can go to? What should they be, doing to keep in touch with Magical Time Bean and a Scapegoat?
So I use Twitter more than anything else.
Yeah.
At Magical Time Bean on Twitter.
Uh-huh.
I do have a website, which I'll get around to making a proper Scapegoat 2 page for.
Well, sure. You got to make the game first.
Yeah. I got to split my time between those two things. But you can go to scapegoat2.com and get some more info there.
I've been here for a while, and I just not figured out that I'm trading places with my mouse, by the way. I'm maybe not the smartest when it comes to, puzzle games. Ian, thank you for showing us sort of a quick look at a Scapegoat 2. Everybody at home, remember we're always kind of trying to surface the newest, most interesting things going on in the world of video games, so make sure you're keeping it locked to IGN.